Hi, welcome to Go Rocky. Recently I bought a Lenovo 500 FHD webcam. I didn't get this online, I got it from a computer seller, Vilman. It's about $80 in price, about $8 to $10 more than you would get it online, but you would still have to consider shipping and taxes. So I think this webcam is better suited for people with multiple users or for people who want contactless login on Windows, since it's a face recognition device, a biometric device. Although biometric devices are not as accurate as fingerprint or iris scanning devices, but this should do. The only reason why I bought this webcam is for the face recognition for security purposes. And before I even bought this, before I even paid for this webcam, I was looking at a YouTube channel and seeing that it doesn't have a mic. I would think it's a little bit overpriced since it lacks a mic. But then again, you can still use the built-in mic on your laptop. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh, by the way, also another reason why I bought this is because of the slider on top, that little notch over there. It's actually a physical privacy slider cover. I've already had this tested at the shop, so just to make sure, I didn't want to go back there again. It's quite minimal design. It looks like a Brio design. You would see that it's also USB, just like the Brio. The Brio is also a face recognition device. It's one of the few cameras that I know that have face recognition. It's one of its strong points, but later on we'll see the image, whether it would be enough for meetings on Zoom or any other platforms. You would see here that the first hole over here is the camera, is the actual camera. That's the camera right there. I think this is for the face recognition, the camera for the face recognition. This one is for near field infrared, this black circle right here. I think it's covered with a red filter for the diode, and this one's the power indicator. So there are 4 circles there. And when you slide this, it actually covers both the optical sensor for the recognition face recognition camera, and the actual webcam camera. You'll see that it's covered because it has an indicator. See? You'll know that it's covered when it has a red dot. Pretty satisfying click. It's a pretty sleek design. It's flat, it's matte black. It looks just like the Brio, but as you can see, compared to the Brio, since the Brio is 4K, you'd see the middle camera there. It doesn't get a lot of light in. Remember, the bigger the lens opening, the more light comes in. This one has a smaller opening, so I'm expecting it to be dimmer than usual. It might bump up the exposure automatically. I guess that's what it'll do. But in any case, it's nice design. It's flat. It's actually great for very thin bezels. I think this will stick out about millimeters or less on the bezel. I don't think it would get in the way of the toolbars. USB-C right there, and a thread for tripods if you want to mount it separately on your desktop. It has a 1.8 meter cord, USB-C to USB-A. 1.8 meters is about 6 feet of length, which is pretty long. And that's just about it. That's just about what you get. Remember, this is a 1080p 30 frames per second camera. It doesn't go to 60p 720, only 30. Basically, that's what you get. There's no software from Lenovo, only the native Windows webcam application. By the way, this is about, I think, 8-9 months old on the market. So, yeah. This is just for simple meetings, not in a group. If you would want to be in a group meeting, it would be better if you had a wider angle FOV, field of view. And we'll see the quality and test out the face recognition. All right, so I have installed the camera on top of my monitor. There you go. You can actually see that it's not overlapping the thin bezel of my Dell Ultra Sharp. It's actually about 3 millimeters away from it, so it's not bad. I mentioned earlier that this doesn't come with its own software, and it doesn't come with a proprietary software. It relies on just the Windows built-in camera settings. So we're going to open that up and see what we have. Simply type in camera. I typed that in earlier. There you go. Just reposition that. You'll see that Windows actually follows me around with a square grid. And I can take a snapshot here. And there you go. It's not, the image is about a little pixelated. I'm not too happy about the image. This is the default setting. I haven't touched any exposure settings or brightness levels or contrast levels. I have not touched anything yet. This is what comes up when you when you directly plug it in and open the camera settings on the Windows 10. Let's see if we adjust the exposure here, brightness level. Camera settings, Pro mode on, framing grid, rule of thirds, ratio, crosshairs, square. You don't need that. Photo quality is, yeah, there it is, 920 by 1080. But when I plugged it in, it actually said Lenovo 500 RGB camera. I think RGB cameras are the lower level cameras. And I'm not sure if it's full HD or something interpolated. Time-lapse videos, and it goes 1080p 16 by 9. Even at 720p, it's only 30 frames per second compatible. Flicker reduction is 260 Hz. Well, adjusting it to brightness levels, well, it's pretty okay. I mean, it's pretty good for, I guess, short meetings. Since the Lenovo 500 FHD doesn't have a mic, it doesn't matter to me because I already have an audio interface and I already have a studio mic that I just turn on when I have a meeting. It's better audio than most webcams, any webcams for that matter. Well, there. It's a pretty simple webcam. Trying out if there are any autofocus functions here. Looks like, I'm not sure if it does have autofocus. It looks like it's just a flat, it's set to infinity. The lens are set to infinity. It doesn't blur the background when I put an object near the lens. But it's enough, I guess. If I turn on my lamp, I'm going to completely turn off my office lights, and we'll see in complete darkness with just my monitor as the light source and see how it performs in a very dark room with just the monitor. Alexa, turn off the office lights.
Okay.
And that's the performance of just the monitor shining in my face. You'll see the pixelations there. So not so good at the performance with a very dark room. Alexa, turn on the office lights.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to set up the sign-in options for Windows. Just look for, just search for sign-in options. And we're going to go to Windows Hello Face, Setup, Get Started. Make sure it's you. Type in my PIN. There we go. And you're all set. It's actually very fast. Close. Maybe I'll improve my recognition. Let's see. Improve. Get started. Pin. You'll see the infrared there flashing. Scanning bits of my face. There you go. Close. And it says you're all set. Use your face the next time you want to unlock your device. See, by now it's actually looking for my face, but when I sit down, you'll see that logo right there. It's looking for my face, that eye symbol. It says that I'm looking for you. So when I approach my computer and pop in my face, that's really fast. That's the feature. I guess that's the feature. We're gonna try that again. It looks really fun. Okay, so we're gonna restart the computer. You'll see a blinking logo here that says it's looking for my face. You'll see the IR transmitter here, the IR light. to detect the depth of my face. Once it sees my face, I'm going to point my face in the camera's direction, and I'm going to flip it over to the webcam and see how fast it will recognize me. Okay, so that's the login screen, and it's looking for my face right now. You'll see this because the IR, I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of faint. The IR light is actually scanning for my face, as well as the camera for the face recognition. You'll see the logo there. Let's zoom in. You'll see the logo there is looking for me. And let's see how fast it is. Let's see how fast it will recognize my face. 1, 2. That's about almost a second. It didn't even take like 3 seconds. That's it. That'll be my permanent webcam. And thanks for watching Go Rocky, and see you on the next one.